5 o'clock. Pledge of Allegiance.
I know. These chairs don't move.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. And since Kelly's not here, I'll do roll call. Kay? Here. John?
Here.
Jan? Here. Cheryl here. Kelly and Verna are both out with notice. Okay, and on to the approval of the agenda. Any changes you would like to make to the agenda? Hearing none, the agenda stands approved. On to the minutes. Any corrections, changes, additions, deletions, any of those things? I think I had one change. Oh. And on 10.4.2, where it says approval of board evaluation recommendations, it should just be acceptance. It wasn't really like a motion or anything like that.
Instead of approval?
Yeah, acceptance. Okay. Any other? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Make motion to approve the minutes. Second.
Anyone in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Should it say as corrected?
Yes, as amended.
As amended.
Okay. Motion stands approved, and on to call to audience. Does anybody in our audience have any comment on the agenda items? None? Okay. Board election. We will now open for nominations for individual officers or as a slate.
I nominate Cheryl, President.
I'd like to present a slate vote, which means we can vote for everybody all at once. Cheryl, President, Jan, Vice President, John, Finance Officer, and Kelly, Secretary.
And I've talked to all the officers, they agreed to continue, so.
Great.
One second.
Oh, good.
Okay. Did you make that a motion?
I move that we have a slate vote of everybody I said. Is that okay, Alyssa?
Jen seconded. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion stands approved. Okay, so I guess I continue. Director's report.
A couple things to note. I'm busy. The 100th committee is doing well. We have, Alyssa got our dance instructors booked. Well, she's agreed to do it for free, actually.
Wow.
Our band is chosen and we have a contract with them. So things are coming together. Alyssa created on our new website, there will be a page dedicated just to the 100th and all the activities that are happening for that. So that looks really nice. Also, the state aid report was filed, so we're all good there. The 2 device charging stations were purchased. That was a result of our strategic plan groups. Those were installed. Kevin installed the second one today. And our big sign on the back of the building went up last week. So be sure you take a look at it.
Is that lit?
Sort of. It's lit by the parking lot lights, and it doesn't have.
It doesn't have a focus light.
No, that was another 6,000 to run. There's no.
So there's no electrical out there? Okay.
I do think it looks great. I made a point of coming from the south to go by and look at it.
Yeah, I've seen it in the daytime and it
What a
looks good.
difference. We needed that.
We did. like to. Put it on the list.
Okay, put it on the list for the next finance meeting.
That list is long enough. Okay, any questions? Any more questions for Laura on this? Comments? None? I had a couple.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead if you had something.
I was gonna say, I have a question on, it talks about track questions from patrons about holidays. We're open?
Oh, yeah, that was part of the strategic plan initiatives. The staff, as far as the organizational excellence staff, were wondering if there was a possibility to have more paid holidays. So I've been tracking, how many questions we get of people calling to say, are you open today? So, we did Juneteenth was the last one, and then we just did Veterans Day, and then the next one is Martin Luther King, and then President's Day, and then track all of those pieces. Something similar is happening.
And then the other thing, congratulations on becoming the position of president at the Watsonville
yeah.
Chamber. Very nice.
Thank you.
Is that a good thing?
We'll see.
Okay,
We'll see.
that's all I have.
Okay. You mentioned in here that Holly Schools did a presentation at North Oakland Chamber.
Mhm.
Does our school superintendent come to our chamber meetings?
He's been trying to get her to come, and she has not come yet. It's usually their protocol to have the superintendent of schools on their board. But as of this point, he's trying to get her to come to the meeting. So, their superintendent is on their board, on the Holly board.
That's very disappointing to hear. Oh, and under the 100th committee, it says that you've chosen the dates for the events. Is there a list that we can get of all the dates?
For the programs, that it's on our regular calendar, but the only other ones, is October 9th would be the speakeasy event, and then August 6th, or August. Sometime in August is our family fun day.
26, something like that.
The 6th or the 8th.
We'll list-
The
oh,
8th.
the 8th.
So the rest are just considered programs?
Well, there's like book clubs and, all of the birthday parties and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Once the new web page that I've been working on this week goes live, every program will be listed, not just like the two special ones with dates.
Okay.
That's like part of the new web page.
Okay, perfect.
There's a lot.
Oh, where are the new charging stations located?
There's one as you're entering the adult department on the right-hand side, just past the teen room. And then the other one is on the counter in the youth area, for the parent suites.
On the counter? Oh, okay.
Yeah, next to the computer.
Okay. Those are all my questions. All right. On to trustee reports. Okay. Nothing?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got some space in the bookstore, so we need books.
Oh, good, we're doing some.
Jen?
Nothing.
Jen? Okay, Kelly sent me. She attended her first FOL meeting and she's now a member. Baskets will be out soon, having the book bundle sales as well. And she said, have a great holiday to everybody. Okay. And I just wanted to thank everybody for contributing to the wine basket that we put together. I think it turned out very nice.
Those are huge baskets, that's great.
So what do you have, 11 baskets that you're doing now, or 12?
Well,
they start what, when they reopen on this Saturday? Okay. Okay. On to financial officers report.
Okay, start with check register. Couple of things to point out that are not the regular monthly expenses. The tree display for the youth area, if you haven't seen it, it's really cool. That's on the first page, and then on the second page, we have the HVAC systems for 114,000 plus. And then the outdoor sign was on there too, almost every. Everything else is pretty much typical monthly expenses. Are there any questions on the check register? Okay. Then the balance sheet, the only change to the balance sheet from last month was our expenses for the month, which was that the cash, checking and savings went down equal to the amount of our expenses. So nothing else changed but the cash in the balance sheet. Any questions on the balance sheet? Okay.
You should mention that the expenses for the HVAC and, I don't know, maybe the tree shelf, I don't know yet, will be at the end of the year capitalized.
Yes.
So you'll see that on the balance sheet after the end of the year.
Yep, along with the bathrooms, we think, right?
Yeah, whenever the bathrooms get done.
Yep. Okay. Okay, then the income statement. All of there's not a lot of income this time of year because most of it comes in at the beginning of the year, but we did have almost 7,000 in interest. Expenses are all in line with where we should be this time of year. Are there any questions on the income statement?
Move to approve October expenses of $238,169.41.
Second.
And we have a roll call vote. Kate?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Jane?
Yes.
And I'm yes. Motion stands approved.
Okay. And we do have one budget amendment. And this is related to the bathroom renovation. To move $80,000 from our contingencies into the facilities repairs and maintenance description or line item. That's $80,000. So that will take our contingencies down to just under 12,000 and increase the repairs and maintenance up to 97,000 and change, which will cover the full remodel.
And again, there's another 20 that was grant money that'll be used for.
Yep. So that gives us a lot of cushion.
I'll entertain a motion for the amendment.
I second it.
Okay, Kay moved, Jan seconded. And we'll need a roll call vote. Kay?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jane?
Yes.
And I'm yes. Motion stands approved. Now to committee reports, policies.
So this month, we brought back the AI policy. This has gone to the attorney. I did make the changes that the board recommended last month. If you can see, the darker red is the attorney's changes, and the lighter red is the changes from the board. This did go back to the policy committee as well, and we kind of hashed out the usage list and a couple other little things, but I think the usage list is a little more comprehensive. I think that's what the board really was looking for last month. Do you have any changes?
Just have a question. On page 15, at the bottom of the page, number 1, It says when AI generated content, and I know we added including images is shared with patrons, they must disclose its origin. What if you're simply using it to do a program description or a program name or something like that? Do you have to disclose that you used AI to do that?
I don't think so. I think it's more if it's shared with the patron, like, if it's given to the patron as the result of a question that they asked or something they were looking for. I don't think it's, not if it's a program name or generic.
I think this would be a ongoing document that we're gonna have to.
Oh, I'm
do.
sure.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Because it's, we just don't know
Mm-hmm.
how it's all gonna be used, and until we do, I think we can't really write a comprehensive policy.
For the committee, I think this was the most difficult one we've chatted,
Yeah.
tackled.
Not an easy one, yeah.
Did you have any, do you like it? Do you think there's gonna be things that are gonna change, or?
I think there might be things that are gonna need to change. Some of them, some of the policies that I looked at listed, and I think we talked about this last month, listed approved AI tools that you can use, but that is changing every day. So I think that would be, if we had that on here, I'd have to redo this policy 3 times a year, probably. But, I think the way that it's written, it's pretty comprehensive, but in 6 months, everything might change.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say. I think we need to have a policy, for sure, and give staff some guidelines as far as what to use it for and how to use it, but,
And have you come up with a training that you're gonna require them to use before they
not yet.
use this yet?
Not yet. We did just have the one at staff day, but there was other ones out there, so I figure out which one.
So I assume there was gonna be some training, I think it says in here before they're supposed to be using it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're already using it. I'm already using it. So it's, I think it's, I don't think it's anything that's they're gonna start using just because there's a policy. I think it's already happening. But yeah, the training will happen probably, hopefully by the end of the year, if not first next year.
Do you think we should put this on our calendar to look at it again in 6 months?
It probably wouldn't hurt.
So why don't we do that?
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions, concerns?
I just have one, on page 16, C2. I think that where we added attempt to should be between actively and identify. So it should be library staff should actively attempt to identify and address potential biases.
I agree.
Because otherwise we're putting them as, have them always identified
Right.
rather than just
Good
their best
catch.
effort.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of questions. I mean, I have multiple things, but I don't even know how to ask some of the questions yet. Okay, any other comments, questions, concerns? I'll entertain a motion to approve the policy.
I move that we approve the AI use policy for the library
And can you add a review in 6 months? to that?
and review in 6 months,
As amended.
every 6 months,
Yes, as amended.
as amended, yeah.
A second? Kate? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the policy stands approved
Sorry, quick question. Do you want it every 6 months or just in 6 months?
in 6 months, yeah.
we've covered most everything that we talked about in that meeting. We are beginning to have discussions about potential capital improvements for 2026 and beyond, but that's the only thing that we've.
Never
really-
ends, does it?
No, just like the program, we're always going on to the next
Right,
one.
right. Okay, does anybody have any questions for John? Okay. On to the 100th anniversary.
You've addressed some of it.
I'm sorry, Wolfer's done a great job.
I've kind of already talked about it, but we will have the dedicated page on the website. There is a dedicated page in the newsletter. The staff is doing a great job putting together some really cool programming for next year, and all coming together. And the dates, we have a band, we have a dance instructor.
Fran has contacted businesses for support.
Well, I asked her to wait a little bit. It's a little too soon.
Oh, did you?
actually.
Okay.
Probably like February we'll start that. And then we'll put together our Century Club or whatever we're gonna call it as far as donations go. That'll happen probably soon. And Carol Edbo is putting together her presentation for the history and the library, which I think will be great. And then we do have a volunteer that's scanning materials to do the standing banners. The banners will go here in the library and then at the historical society as well. And maybe downtown. Not sure. But we're going to couple it.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we need to dissolve the ad hoc board evaluation committee since that is completed. So if I can have a motion to do that.
I move that we dissolve the ad hoc board evaluation committee.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, it stands dissolved. And now that we're starting, since we usually get new members in November, we consider that the start of our year for the board. I'm going to make new committee assignments. And I've talked to everybody about this, it's not like I'm handing it down. The finance committee will now be Jan, John, and myself. And policy will be Verna, Kay, and Kelly. So if everyone agrees with that, we need a motion to approve that.
Motion approved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the new committee assignments stand approved. Now we need to talk about the creating a committee dealing with dealing with our recommendations from our evaluation. Some of it's training, some of it is just new things we're gonna do, like making a mentor available, that kind of thing. So I'd like to have a committee of at least a couple people that would start reviewing our recommendations, figure out where we go from here. The one big thing on here is to decide if we're going to get a trainer or a coach for our new mission, vision, and goals for our new strategic plan. But there's other things on here too, additional training for financial statements, that kind of thing. So we need somebody to kind of start putting together a plan on how we cover these recommendations over the next year. And all of it's not going to happen right away. Do I have any volunteers?
I just assumed I was on it, but do you want me to be on it? Or do you-
Sure, if you want.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll be on it.
Anyone else have a burning desire to be on it?
Are you gonna meet later in the afternoon instead?
We can work around who's
Okay,
better
I'll
on.
be on it.
Okay,
Okay.
you'll probably be there, right?
Yeah, I'll probably show up. Okay, but you guys will be the official Okay, so Jan and Kay. Okay, and then we need to, and we'll vote on both of these together. We need to also do an ad hoc director evaluation committee. Typically, we start this in December by approving the survey that we usually have done, and we still have that available, right, Laura? So the committee would get the survey ahead of time, make any recommendations for changes, bring it to the board in December, then it would be completed by January. We would do an initial review in January, and then her actual evaluation would be done in February. So who would like to volunteer for that? I figured I would be on that.
Is it my position as VP to be on it? I thought it was, but if you want somebody else, I'm happy to decide.
I think our bylaw, I know our bylaws are for,
I thought I was supposed to.
you might be Linda. That's board and director, oh, you get both evaluation
That's what
process.
I thought.
Okay,
I'll be on it. You will be on it.
all right. And I'll check with Berna and Kelly and see if they want to get me to one of the committees.
You need another person for the board training?
That would be great.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
Are we taking Jan off, or?
I can't, according to our bylaws.
No, the board training. Do you want to be on board training and the evaluation one?
Oh, I can go on board training. I've got my list here. I can pass it on to somebody if you want me to do something else. I'll do whichever.
Well, you have to do director evaluation, so you still
Right.
want to do board training too.
I can,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
If somebody else wants to chair it, I'm happy to pass along my notes.
Okay, so I have Jan, Kay, and John for the training committee. And then director evaluation is Jan and myself, and then I'll check with Kelly and Verna and see if
I
they.
put you on board training too, so.
Well, if all three of you attend, I can attend.
Oh, that's
if
right,
that
you
makes
can't.
sense.
Yeah, that's right, you can't. Okay,
So-
that's fine.
Just let me know if there's a time you need me to attend.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have a motion to approve both of the new ad hoc committees.
I move that we approve ad hoc committees for board training and director evaluation.
I second it.
John, can you list who's going to be part of each committee as part of your motion?
For the board training, it's Jan, Kay, and John. For director evaluation, Jan, Cheryl, and TBD.
Okay. Okay, and do we have a second?
I second
Okay. All in favor?
it. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the new ad hoc committees stand approved. On to communication. Anything more? Unfinished business. The bathrooms are unfinished. Any update on that?
They're doing good. The girls went in today. They did about 90% of the demo work yesterday. A lot of it was yesterday.
What was the estimate?
3 weeks. So, yeah. The doors are in, drywall is going in today. The lighting's been done, the electrical's been done. So, for 2 days, I think.
So is demolition going to be all done this week?
Oh, yeah. I think it is done, actually, but, they only had a little bit more tile to take out today, and I think that was taken care of already, so. I think they're, well, like I said, I didn't hear any
Yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Okay, now new business. On to staff reports. Comments, questions? Go ahead, Jen.
Okay, this grant station, Alyssa, I'm really impressed about that. So, and you don't have to answer questions right now, but it sounds to me like it helps to write grants, is that what it is, or it finds grants?
It's like a searchable database, and I've never used it before. Like last week and this week is the first time I've even played with it. But you can search by like what type of grant. So a federal grant, or there's like private grants, you know, from rich families, basically. So you can search by that, and then you can search by like keywords. So if I'm looking for something like ADA, like if we need new bathroom doors, I can search for that, or literacy based. So it's a lot of just kind of fiddling with keywords to try to find what you're looking for. I will say it's been a little depressing because everything is still, there's so much on pause still.
Oh, sure.
Like when I search, I'll be like, oh, this sounds really good, and then I click into it and it's like not going on right now still. And some of them have, like, they list right on it, not until 2028, like they're not going back till 2028. So it's kind of been sad. But I think it will be a great tool once hopefully things kind of calm down and level out again.
Good. So, it sounds great. It does. I'm looking forward to hearing from Danielle about her MLA. I have been to it in the past a couple of years, so I want to hear what she thought too. Sounds really good. And Taylor found a VHS player. I think that's great. We still have one at home.
Of course you do.
So I was trying to find one because I had some home movies that were on tape. So I found one on eBay.
Did you?
And
Well,
I-
and garage
I
sales
used-
are the best.
And then I used the device that the library has in the library things, put them, digitized them, and then I donated
Oh
the
my
VHS to
gosh.
the library.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Because I only needed it for like these tapes, and then I was never gonna use it again. But I knew that Taylor was looking for it.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your part in this.
I probably still have movies on VHS. I should donate those.
No, we do
No.
not take
I
that.
mean to go with the VHS player.
Well,
Or
that's
you
for
can-
library things for people to check out and take home.
You could take it home and digitize
Yeah.
No.
You know how to do all
them. I learned.
that?
There's a
Jeez.
device that you can check out too that connects the VHS to your computer. And you have to download some software, and then you just hit
That's-
play, and it
Well, I assume
Copies
you
it
can
over.
connect it to your TV too, right? So they can play movies that I have.
We have one up north now. Up north, we use it at our cottage more often. We don't use it at home, and I got rid of tons of VHS tapes at home, except, like you're saying, home movie type things, and my granddaughters, so I called each of them. I said, do you want these? Yes, but not now. So I have to keep it.
They're never gonna watch it.
No, I know, so I'm thinking if I did what you did, or if I pay you to do mine. Because I don't know how. Anyway, she has one now, and I think that's pretty cool. What else? Oh, there was something in here. Glad that Taylor mentioned she was at the board meeting and liked it last month, and Kathleen too. And, you know, bless her heart for saying that.
And it was kind of long, I know.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, so everything always amazing, and I am so impressed. Not gonna go into this too much, and I might have questions, but I don't want them answered. After reading The Citizen, where the township wants to hire somebody to write the grants for $60,000 a year, I thought, you guys fit it into your schedule. We've even had board members that do it, you know, so you do it, Laura, and Just very appreciated. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. John?
Well, as always, there's a ton of great things in here, and I won't comment on all of them, but I do thank the staff for putting it together because I love to read it. But the one thing I did want to put a shout out to is the new newsletter. It's fantastic. So that you could get that much more content for a cheaper price, and it's great. So thanks.
Okay.
Same. Obviously, the scope of their activities, love this.
Did you guys get them all like on Wednesday of last week about the idea?
I don't remember.
Wednesday or
I did
Thursday?
get it.
Wednesday or Thursday, okay.
Mhm.
We were just curious because we don't get like a notification, like, hey, they're being mailed,
Okay.
so I was just kind of curious.
Is the library on the mailing list?
No, because they just deliver our like in-building stack, and those were delivered early.
Okay.
I just had a question on, multiple people talk about attending a webinar. It would be helpful to me if they said, oh, we learned this that we could use in the library, or we learned that. They kind of tell what it's about, but I don't get what they're taking from it. Because it's great to see them do all this training. I'm just wondering how, how it benefits what they're doing in the library. I love that the free tutoring is going so well, especially for high school.
Yeah, when we did this 2 years ago, probably 2.5 years ago now, we did not get a single high school student, the whole grant period, all 2 years that it ran. And now I would say probably a third of them have been high school students, which is challenging our tutors a little more, but they've done great.
I think that's great that she's contacted the math teachers.
Yeah.
I mean, that lets the school know there are kids that need tutoring.
Yes, and if we can't help them if they can't bring their textbook, which has been the #1 roadblock, is these high school students are not allowed to bring their textbooks home. So it makes it really hard.
But I think they could make at least the books available to the tutors.
Right. Well, they made their notes available, which honestly might be more helpful than a textbook.
Yeah,
if you're seeing a
something.
teacher's thought process instead. So I don't think the 2 regular math students have been back yet since she's done that, but I'm hoping that's really helpful for them.
No, I'm really happy to see that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
thank
really
you.
important.
Maybe the textbooks aren't available online.
And some of the classes don't even have textbooks. So that's part of, what we're coming across too. Thankfully, the grant does have, there's some extra money worked into it, so I have purchased a help algebra workbook, not textbooks, but, something for the tutors to kind of read notes on, and we've done that for algebra and chemistry so far, and that has been helpful,
So
so.
if a student has homework and they can't take
I
home
know.
their textbook, what do they do?
It's mind-blowing, yes, it's no
Gosh.
surprise why they're struggling.
I'm in the
For sure.
day of before backpacks, and I remember carrying them all home, dropping them, and now they can't take them.
Well, and I think it's good to have communication with the school, and the school know that there are kids struggling and that they are looking for help.
Well, that's how we've gotten more high school students this year, because I had asked the parents when they register them, who told you? Their teachers are telling them. So the high school
Because
teachers.
does the school not offer any tutoring? It's not terrible.
Why can't the library have a copy of all the textbooks?
That's what I just said.
What do you do?
I
I
don't
was
know.
thinking it through my head.
So like I said, some of them might not even use it. And so
Ah.
the teacher's notes are kind of filling in as that, but it's better than nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
No, otherwise, I mean, just You know, I read through this and it just boggles the mind how that much is getting done with the amount of staff we have, so very appreciative. Tell the staff we see them.
We do have some algebra books in the bookstore.
Yeah.
They're probably not current, but I don't know how much it's changed.
Yeah.
Okay, on to library statistics. Anything you want to highlight?
Nothing stood out. We have high attendance numbers for October because of Treats and Trails. We do include that number in there, so that pads that number for us a little bit for October. Other than that, these are pretty status quo. No big surprises.
Any questions?
I have a couple of just observations that I was looking at the totals from 2025 versus 2024. And like total circulation is down significantly. We're at 71,000 versus 89,000 last year. And then the door count, same thing. And I just wondered if you had any insight into
Well,
whether that might be.
Yeah, probably maybe more they're using
I was just thinking that.
yeah, but I'd have to do the math on that, but yeah, it's down a little bit.
You still have 2 months to answer that.
Well, I guess that's the question, is the 2024 column the full year, or is it, oh, it is?
It is.
It's not,
Not
10
matching.
months.
No,
okay,
no, that's the full year.
well, okay. No,
We do big business the last 2 months of the year.
well, the book sale will bring in tons of people through the door, right?
Sure.
It will. Okay, on to our calendar. In December, we'll start the process for the director evaluation. We'll have a strategic plan update. And our fiscal year ends, so if there's any budget amendments for fiscal committee to look at, or finance committee to look at, so that we make them in December, so that our budget is good for the audit. We'll need to know that. If any of the cost centers are going to be open. Okay, any public comment?
Okay, I don't have much really to say. Obviously I went to MLA at the end of the month with Marley, and that was a really, really cool experience. That was the first library conference I've ever been to. So it was really interesting. I really liked going to all the different breakout sessions, which were led by like librarians from other libraries around the state and even some from out of state. One of my favorite ones, she was actually from the Brooklyn Library in New York, which was really cool. She had some really interesting stuff that she does with the teens there and stuff like that. So I took all that information and passed that on to Anya, since Anya works with them so much. But it was really cool to see how different libraries have gotten creative with different like issues that so many people are facing. Stuff like that with doing like home delivery services, you know, dealing with like book bans and stuff like that, different organizational methods for like our nonfiction sections and stuff like that. And then in general, it was also just a really great chance to meet other librarians and like talk one-on-one with people from other places. But yeah, it was really, really great. And I've been working sporadically on my little report to send to everyone about, I'm trying to go through all the different sessions I went to, so that way you can see everything, which is why it's taking me a little bit more time to do, but it was a really good thing, and I'm really appreciative I was able to go.
Good.
We appreciate you being here. Did you get a lot of swag?
I did get some cool stuff. I really liked they had these really fun notebooks that because like the whole thing was like a kaleidoscope of knowledge or something like that. So there were like multicolored notebook pages, and then in the back they had like little coloring pages, and they gave you a multicolored colored pen. So like while you're sitting there listening to people talk, you're just sitting there coloring. It was very fun.
Yeah, this was one of my favorites. And I still use it.
Ooh, that's a nice one
From the
too.
last time, I know, it works well.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Good, I'm glad.
that's great.
Nothing on hold?
I had one more thing I forgot to mention.
Yes.
I brought one of, Lori has been talking about her STEM kits. So I brought one of them so that you guys can kind of see what they look like. This is the astronomy one. It has a planetarium projector inside and a kid astronomer book in there, so the kids can take it home. And if they're all science, technology, engineering, math-based kits. So I just thought,
And specific ages?
I would say elementary to middle school, maybe.
The grant was written for K through 12. So she has kits for all.
For different age groups?
Yes, and they specify on here somewhere.
What does that one say?
It might be on the sheet inside.
Yeah, there's a-
I'm not sure, but I remember when I was like kind of helping approve the different categories, she made sure that she had like a math one for elementary and upper, like secondary education. So it's a very well covered offering, and she's putting so much time on this project.
How many of them? 15?
Yes, between 15 and 20. I forget what the final number ended up.
And where are those?
They are in the youth department on top of the shelves.
On top of the nonfiction section over there.
And they're checked out quite a bit.
Well, it's been less than a full week,
Oh,
I think.
okay.
But some have gone out already, yeah. And she has like a STEAM team program that she talks about in her staff reports every month. So that's gonna, I think, really help the next time she has STEAM team, they're gonna use them, and she's gonna introduce them to all of her STEAM families, and I think once word of mouth starts, they're really gonna take off.
Good.
Great.
Okay. Did anybody have items for our next agenda? Other than our typical agenda? Okay. We are officially adjourned at 5:48.